Yo, 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 yo. That's 6 yo's, Dwight. Did I get that right? Anyway, today I'm going to try to get at least halfway through mastering this Dane EP album. We'll call it an album for now. I'm going to ask for one more track. He doesn't know that yet. So, let's take a look. Let me make sure. I had to share my full monitor this time because I realized last time plugins weren't even showing up, and that's not going to work. So, here's our playlist. We're not really going to... I'm going to keep that on the other monitor because you guys really don't need to see that. It's just the songs in a row, but you do care about everything else, which is like the spectrums and shit. So... And then I want this over here. We'll close you for now. This over here. Close you for now. Tight. Let's hear it with no mastering at all. Okay, so I should have taken notes on this one. Usually I do in the liners. Like notebook liners or like actually the plugin notebook in FL. Sometimes I'll do that. But this time I didn't, or it might be on a post-it note, which is directly under the camera. So I can't read them right now. But I'm going to go ahead and rename this so at least I can find it later. This is our track 1 sub-channel. And let's give it a icon and a color. Tight. So we're going to go ahead and disable that shit. That's going to screw with me. Oh well. And let's go all the way back to the left. Hold on. I have messages. Okay, back to it. So I'm turning everything off because A, I don't want to give away the fun, and B, I need a reference. And while this plays and we listen on the other monitor, I'm going to try to pull up some reference tracks, I think.
Cool.
See, it's already too quiet, but that's good because our mixing engineer did a very good job bringing it in. I've got like a solid -6, some peaks at -3. Woo! Perfect. It's digital, so clipping doesn't matter, but you know.
Well, Tennessee, you devilish woman, you know just what you done. If I didn't owe you my life, I'd turn around and run. But you gave the one thing that'll always rise above. Tennessee, you took my car, you gave me my love.
Alright, pause you for a second. We're finding a reference track, folks. After this ad, of course. Okay. So, I have a weird feeling my mix kind of needs to be similar to this.
This is the greatest and best song in the world.
Dude, it sounds like bullshit, but his Jack Black's
Tribute.
mic clarity on this,
Long time ago, me and my brother Kyle here,
it's pretty nice.
we was hitchhiking down a long and a lonesome road. All of a sudden, 2, 2 and 1 make 3, it was destiny. Once every 100,000 years.
Okay. So my mixes are already way too bass heavy, and when I listen back to shit like this, especially from like the 2010s, Even Audio Slave, big fan, but on this sub, even in extended mode, you might get like the top of the kick drum. See there, that's a good. Yeah, that's really nice on the kick drum, but that's essentially the only thing hitting the sub on this song. Later on, we do have some, and they're definitely in the groove nicely. Another one's this song.
Anybody got a TV tone?
Because Flea never goes unnoticed in the Chili Peppers, so you can always pick out his part, but you can also peg it to the drums. And the nice thing about the Chili Peppers are they're still in the groove, they're still hitting hits together, but Flea does the fills in between. So if you want to check for reference tracks, for example, to make sure that you're still bringing out the bass and not just the kick drum, Flea is a pretty good example.
That's right. Oh no, when I pick up on that smell, pick it up and run like hell. Little woman save me some, better get up on your run.
Okay, those are pretty nice and loud too. Let me think. I might have a copy of one of those songs. Damn. Okay. That's all right. Don't need it.
Now when I was a carpenter down in Memphis 901, I put my sweat into that wood, but still found time for fun. Then one day while working late, pushing that setting sun, I got too close to that spinning blade and watched it eat my thumb. Ow! Tennessee, you devilish woman, you know just what you done. If I didn't owe you my life, I'd turn around and run. But you gave the one thing that'll always rise above. Tennessee, you took my thumb, you gave me my love. Tennessee's like Hennessy, it stings but then she's sweet. Knock you flat upon your back and sweep you off your feet. She took everything that I love, yeah, she tore me right apart. Then she introduced me to the girl who took my heart. Tennessee, you devilish woman, you know just what you done.
All right. So I've already kind of got a head start on this, but I threw like a slap happy chain on there. Kind of a quick one, but I really like the sound of it. And then this time on this listen through, I actually took some notes. A lot of them are the same as what I had before. Some of them are not. You probably can't read them, but the check marks mean I freaking wanted that like multiple times. So right off the gate, Dane hits a lot of good guitar knocks. Usually you get a lot of like string noise, and I really hate that shit. It's hard to take out in post. It's really hard to take out when it's already been mixed and exported down as a single wave. And so I don't like hearing that, but we didn't have any of that. But we did have the good stuff, meaning the mic was a good ways away from the guitar body rather than the neck. And we picked up a lot of, like when his knuckles were slapping on the chords in the up and downs. I like that a lot because, like I started off in the beginning of this whole thing, we need some bass. I know in this genre, in the modern days, we want more bass even from music like this. And so with this subwoofer, I need some signal to pump through there. So I'm going to bring out a little bit of the guitar, a slight bit of his voice, and then quite a bit of the guitar knocks to actually pound it home and give you a little bass rhythm underneath. On the vocal dropouts, I'm going to increase the volume a little bit. He did a really good job there. I just want to accentuate it a little bit because the volume will be reduced just after that, going into some effects, I'll slap on a reverb or a delay or something. And then a mix from a cheat from EDM. I'm going to do some volume automation just to kind of bring up some tension in the bridge. Way more slight though. In EDM, I'll drop like, from a drop to a bridge, I'll literally cut it 8 decibels sometimes. And in this, I'll 3 or 4. And we'll go from there, see what happens. So, first things first, I know as a fact I had some OTT on here, and this is just a magic knob. Ableton has it. This is expert. I think this is free. It's pretty tight. But anyway, I turned everything almost all the way down, like literally all the way down, 6, 8, 8, 7. And those are the only settings I touched. Let's AB that.
If I didn't owe you my life, I'd turn around and run.
So do you hear how there's a little, there's like some sparkle on the top end, okay? And I don't know if it's just a side effect of the algorithm on this, because I really don't like Ableton's implementation of it. I don't at all. Xfers is considerably, sounds nicer to me. But it might just be these settings that are baked in. So let's mess with those a little bit.
Cool.
These knobs a little go an incredibly long way. So now you can hear like the highs are already getting a little
Now Nashville's known
way
for country.
kind of out of phase.
It's honky tonks and bars. It's also known for traffic
kinda do like it
jams
there,
that could last
baby.
several hours. Now stop and go. I just left home.
See, that brings the vocals forward in the mix, which is strange considering it's right on the mix down wave. But we'll do that, and then I can kind of adjust this.
Cool.
Yeah, that's a lot better. And like, imagine you just kill the mids. Sounds like you're outside of a 98 Honda Civic at Conoco waiting to get a cool grape cigarette.
Last several hours. Now stop and go. I just left home.
Alright, so my mids are a little thick. Which is good sometimes.
That'll always rise above.
Like real life, but
Tennessee, you took my car. You gave me my love.
okay. So I might remove that completely because I just remembered that I had tons of other shit on here too. So let's turn everything back on, one by one.
That'll always rise above. Tennessee, you took my car. You gave me my love. Now when I was a carpenter.
See, that's way punched up, So I can kind of demonstrate mathematically how. So this is my favorite plugin ever.
That'll always rise above.
We just hit negative 7.4 after mastering. So let's turn all this shit off.
That'll always rise above.
So we've added about 7 decibels, but we want to make sure that it's clean decibels. And so on that other track, the sub channel, I know on this song in particular, I wanted a lot more bass. So I did some funky cuts. FabFilter Pro Q2 is really dope in the sense that on these parametric EQ points, you can listen to them in a flanged filter fashion. I'll show you.
That'll always.
So now I'm only listening to this exact slice. And if you hear it very slightly, it kind of like resonates on my desk, and it's gross, which is why we cut it out. It honestly needs quite a bit more. And you can see it on the EQ too.
Now when I was a carpenter down in Memphis 901.
So let's check out the bass now. So this is just a pure roll off at 15 hertz, which is ridiculously low still. It could be a lot higher. But that's to make sure we get rid of the boominess. And then I had a pretty big bump to get those guitar knocks.
That'll always rise above. Tennessee, you took my car. You gave me my love.
There's still something here that's bugging me a lot. I wonder if it's this. It is.
You gave me my.
Let's flatten this shit.
That'll always rise above. Tennessee, you took my car. You gave me my love.
That's way better. That's way better. Oh, what's up, Sarah? Out here subscribing. Jake. Squeeze dog. Might actually have Dane on here soon. Which would be nice, because then we could do like a pseudo studio session.
That'll always rise above. Tennessee.
Okay, so something strange is not Ghostbuster style, but like, what?
That'll always rise above.
There's a weird shelf here. What's supposed to be there? Those are almost exclusively transients. Huh. Wait a minute. I kind of like that.
That'll always rise above. Tennessee, you took my car. You gave me my love.
Dude. All right, we're getting closer. So let's check out what this is, because I have a weird feeling I don't want it on. Good luck with the studies.
That'll always rise above.
What are you doing? What is this thing?
That'll always rise above. Tennessee, you took my car.
Yeah, I don't want it on. Let's get rid of it, because I'd never want to see it again in my life. Also, I heard... Let's take a sidebar. I read some incredible criticism of this plugin, and I haven't tried it yet. So, what better... Jesus. Okay, I understand now. I already get it. What? No, you can't use my webcam to track my face to try to mimic an oral studio. What the fuck? Yeah, I'm definitely going to try that out later. Head tracking in the... I don't know about that shit. Alright.
That'll always...
I need to turn this down. This is some funky stuff. What do we got? What do we got for plugs? Nothing. That's alright.
That'll always rise above.
Oh.
Tennessee, you took my car.
Get out of here.
You gave me my...
Get out. Cool gimmick, I guess, but nice couch. A retro mixing rack and shit. This is some... They spent way too much money making this, I think.
That'll always rise above. Tennessee, you took my car. You gave me my...
Alright. Getting rid of that. But they do have a plugin I like. I just can't remember what it is. It saturates the actual fuck out of the channel. Oh yeah, I forgot. You can't even open them in here. You gotta go here. Alright, Waves, I'm not fucking with you today. We don't need you, and we haven't needed you. Okay, never mind, I found the plugin. I totally need you. You're nice.
that'll always rise above. Tennessee, you took my car, but you gave me my love. Now when I was a carpenter down in Memphis 901, I put my sweat into that wood, but still found time for fun. Then one day while working late, pushing that setting sun, I got too close to that spinning blade and watched it eat my thumb.
Yo.
Tennessee, you devilish woman, you know just what you done. If I didn't...
All right, this makes way more sense. This guy was the mixing engineer behind the Broadway Green Day stuff, as well as American Idiot and Forward, which makes a lot of sense. Because this is another black box, which they're totally tight. Don't get me wrong, but Waves plugins cost way too fucking much. The look is. I'm not 60. You know, like it's tight, but can I turn it off and like focus? Sorta. I have ADD, and this is. I could be busy for a little bit. But anyway, the fact that it's black box is annoying. However, if you start to get acquainted with the boxiness of the box, you can use it to your advantage. So on this one, I know it just adds a little bit of saturation and a little bit of, glue like it says. We're going to dial the drive way back. You can already hear it clipping on the sub channel all the way up through the master. And the other thing is we've got Ozone in mastering assistant mode, meaning it's keyed itself to the volume initially, not the volume that we have today. So I should disable that and add another instance post master mix to make sure that we're still getting our clarity and our volume. So that last test we just did with a loudness analyzer isn't actually a true test, and we should get some more clarity once I get the gain staging totally done in the end. And this is just for track 1. But we'll be good. We'll be good. We aight.
Oh, you're my life, and turn around and run. But you gave the one thing that'll always rise above. Tennessee, you took my thumb, and you gave me my love.
Dude, his voice is so fucking good. Good job, Dane. I hope you're watching. I have 1 Miller Lite left, and I cheers to you. See, that drive cleaned it up a lot. And then we just turned off bass and treble. And honestly, it says it's not reducing output here, but I'm like 90% sure it is. So we're going to give it 1 decibel. And I happen to know that there is a little magic there. Like there's a reason it goes up to 12. You can push it and soft clip, they say. But soft clip's just a term when it sounds like ass. So we'll put it down to 2.
That'll always rise above. Tennessee, you took my car, but you gave me my love.
So there's still parts like right there on those chords. I want the downswing of the chord, as in the top of the guitar, the top 3 strings. I want that to be coming out of the subwoofer. When I point down there, that's the subwoofer. And right now I'm not getting that. So here's the dilemma. On the other parts of the song, for example, the intro and the verse, we get a lot of the knocks, which is nice because remember we boosted the hell out of it. Except now if I want more of these, I need a higher boost. And if I apply it to the same Pro Q without automation, we run the risk of extreme muddiness and way too much bass in the wrong spots. So I could quickly learn how to run FabFilter's automation stuff, or I could just add another Pro Q2 and turn it on when I need it. We're going to do that one.
That'll always rise above. Tennessee, you took my car, but you gave. That'll always rise above. Tennessee, you took my car, but you gave me my love.
Right here. See, there's like a roll off there on the bottom string. and I really want to. There's a thing called Sturgis Falls and Cedar Falls, and it's usually cover bands, which is neither here or there. I don't mind them, but the speaker setup is always really clutch. And I interned for the guy who runs the mixing board. He'll never admit it, but he's got a super soft spot for like hip hop pop, like Selena Gomez featuring Future shit, if that existed. And so he runs these cover bands with really nice, tight, thumpy basses. And what I'm getting at here is that roll off that Dane's doing right out of the chorus back into the bridge, headed into the verse. I want to feel that right there, because at Sturgis Falls, you can feel that when you're in the beer tent and the sub kind of just flaps through the crowd and everyone turns to the stage just a little bit. And it's that little bit of like engineered magic that goes a long way, and people don't pick up on it, but people who smoke pot do.
That'll always rise above. Tennessee, you took my car. You gave me my love.
Right there. Okay, right there, dude. We're going to tighten this up. We're going to add another roll off here. Let's not get fucked crazy. You can be real tight. God, come on. Thank you. So, you won't be able to see the magic too hard on this one, but I'm going to turn it off. Create an automation clip. And then it should be dry wet. Not on off. If you can do granularity to allow for fades, that's almost always preferable than just a hard on off, unless your name is Obey Gray and you make Future music. Then fuck it up, fam. Okay, gotta reverse that. There we go. So let me put this on that monitor. See, nice and easy. And we're actually gonna curve it a little. Come on, go up. Come on, right there.
My love.
Ooh, I missed it though. I'm gonna have to. Okay.
My love.
Okay.
My love.
There we go. And then I gotta turn it back off.
Now when I was
Actually, we're getting crazy. I need to take way better notes when we're done with this. Good thing this is recording. So let me bring this back over. We're gonna have to double check this, but I'm really liking the sound, except for those other parts. So it almost makes me wonder if the whole song should have this and just subtract out the guitar knocks when I hear them. So for now, I'm gonna leave it in on a curve down at 24%. And then the clip will end, but it'll maintain the percentage it was at.
Now when I was a carpenter down in Memphis 901, I put my sweat into that wood, but still found time for fun. Then one day while working late, pushing that setting sun, I got too close to that spinning blade and watched it eat my thumb.
Right here.
Ow! Tennessee, you devilish woman, you.
Dude, we might... Ugh. Nope. Shoot. Always make a point. Drag it back, then do your change and pull it over if you're going to do suddens. So right when he does that hit, let's give him a little bit of whoa, you know?
In that setting sun, I got too close to that spinning blade and watched it eat my thumb. Ow! Tennessee, you devilish woman, you know just what.
Okay, I'm gonna do another trick. We're doing some crazy shit here. Wait, hold on. Turn yourself on.
In that setting sun.
Don't do this. Right, now you can't even fight me. Check that shit out.
Oh, Tennessee, you took my car. You gave me my love.
See, it's good. We have a little muddiness, but we get in the mud sometimes.
I was a carpenter down in Memphis 901, I put my sweat into that.
See, on there, the guitar knocks are a lot louder than the intro, which is fine. But that's why we're leaving that cut in there. And so when I was talking about magic, what I was going to was this. Oh boy. Infected Mushrooms wider plugin. Alex, I'll take a plugin people didn't think would be used on country rock for 100, please. But on certain parts of the song, if I bring this in just slightly, it'll widen it up and kind of let the brain subconsciously know where we're at in the song and when you should be hype.
Oh, Tennessee, you took my car, you gave me my love. Now when I was a carpenter down in Memphis 901, I put my sweat into that wood, but still found time for fun. Then one day while working late, pushing that setting sun, I got too close to that spinning blade and watched it eat my thumb. Ow! Tennessee, you devilish woman, you know just...
Alright, so the thing about this plugin is usually when you have stereo widening plugins, they use algorithms that may or may not totally fuck it up. And by that I mean they don't take into account phase or phase shifting or any of the things you really should care about when you're dealing with a stereo widening plugin, which is frustrating because why are you selling the plugin if you don't understand the problem that you're solving? Anyway, these guys promise that they have a summing algorithm under the hood that's making sure it's still summing to somewhat equal signals left and right, but they're still offset enough to be stereo. So that's tight, but they don't guarantee complete accuracy. So while this is better than anything else I think that's going on, except for CLA is doing a little bit of the same, this should probably go up. I can tell, like, wider really, really starts to choke and fall apart right here.
Oh, Tennessee!
I don't even have to A-B that to give you a reference. It's kind of like you're sitting in a Target bathroom stall listening to a song, and you don't want that. And so at best, I think we'll pump it up to 24 for a little bit of sparkle.
Oh, Tennessee!
Right on the end of phrases, literally the vocal effects I was talking on the vocal dropouts, that's where it's going to go. And then everything else is going to get, I think I liked 9, maybe 10.
Oh, Tennessee, you took my car, you gave me my...
Yeah, it gives it just a little...
Oh, Tennessee, you took my car, you gave me my love.
Tight, okay. Oh yeah, automate this shit. I kind of want it... I don't want it on all the time, I don't think. Like the intro, no, it's going to be way too apparent. I kind of want to kick it on for verse 2, chorus 2, bridge, chorus. So that would be from essentially where our other automation is onward, is where we kind of twist the effects knife. So now let's go ahead and drop this all the way down. Hope that that's an automatable parameter by going here and then browse parameters. Shoot, it is. Okay, so I have OCD and like this is bugging the shit out of me, so let's make it a smaller clip like this. Okay, so now we're wider on the drums track, which is just track 1, and then let's give it just an ever so slight. Damn, that's one of FL's biggest problems by far. If you're following along closely, in Ableton, I'm pretty sure you can see somewhat feedback in the plugin itself. Notice how this isn't changing the actual output. There we go. But it's really hard to gauge it because up here, see, I'm over this, and then look in the top left under Tools, it says 68%, and now look in the plugin and wider, it's 82%. So either someone's doing math wrong, or this is just a useless feature that doesn't really help, and I'd rather have that value hidden, truly, if that's going to be how it is. But I heard that the next update fixes that, so tight. Good job, Image Line. Maybe you'll come back someday. But the frustrating thing here is we need to get in deep like. So let's see how much lower we can go. Yeah. The more I don't listen to this with it, the more I don't like it. We'll see. I think 6% might be the magic spot. Also, that's going to drive me insane. There we go. Let's run it from the top. Make sure I'm not... You want to hear it... Don't, like, go nose blind. You know what I mean? Only in the ears. Deaf. Don't do that.
Cool.
What's up, Mama Boo?
Now Nashville's known for country. It's honky-tonks and bars. It's also known for traffic jams that could last several hours. Now stop and go, I just left home. I hadn't got real far when some jackhole in his Tahoe totaled my new car. Well, Tennessee, you devilish woman, you know just what you done.
Got a little moneyness to
If
fix
I
this.
didn't owe you my life, I'd turn around and run. But you gave the one thing that'll always rise above. Tennessee, you took my car, you gave me my love. Now when I was a carpenter down in Memphis 901, I put my sweat into that wood, but still found time for fun. Then one day while working late,
All right, I got to fix that muddiness before I lose it. But quick sidebar. Cedar Falls, the town I reside in, had a very, very large construction project underway on Highway 58. And at the time, I worked at an agency over there, and I commuted, and literally, like, 4 or 5 miles took me 30, 40, 50 minutes some mornings. So I did a bunch of Python magic and found out the webcam IP address and started streaming it to my Home Assistant, which is tight, except now construction's done, and the webcam went silent for, like, weeks. And then all of a sudden I checked, and I was like, wait, that doesn't look like Cedar Falls. What is this? And I go to look... The IP addresses are hard-coded, so they just wheeled this fucking thing around, plugged it back into some Ethernet, and I've got access again. So unless they change this IP address and the default password, I guess I'll be watching this for the rest of my life. I don't know. Anyway.
say you took my car, you gave me my love. Now when I was a carpenter down in Memphis 901, I put my sweat into that wood, but still found time for fun. Then one day while working late,
All right, I really like where we're at on this verse. And it kind of makes me wonder, am I not liking the muddiness here because of something I've yet to do? Or am I not liking that because of the direct contrast with the phrase after? So if that's the case, we can kind of just cheat and emulate it. Shit. I forgot it's not Ableton. And then we'll move this just further back. Yeah. So it's going to kind of do its hump again to get through these. Those are the guitar knocks right there. I like them. Which makes me wonder if it needs to be over here. Yeah. Perfect. Never mix by sight. Don't do what I'm doing.
cool. Now Nashville's known for country, it's honky-tonks and bars. It's also
There it is.
known for traffic jams that
Now we're going
could
wider.
last several hours.
Opening up the mix.
Stop and go, I just
Dropped it
left
back out.
home. I hadn't got real far.
That's alright.
Some
That's alright.
jackhole in his Tahoe
Now we want it back.
totaled my new car. Well, Tennessee, you devilish woman, you know just what you done.
Dude, we're
If I
good.
didn't owe you my life, I'd turn around and run.
This I'm nervous about.
Like you gave the one thing.
Yep. Shoot. So we're gonna roll it off. And then it's silly, but I'm going to kind of repeat this phrase because Dane has a good meter and kind of follows music theory. So this is almost, I didn't BPM sync this, but it's almost a phrase that I can literally just drop over. Because see how I think the chorus comes back in here? You can see it in the waveform, and we're just going to have it follow this pro cue.
Now Nashville's
Oh, that was it. Holy shit. Ugh. Yeah, okay, hold on. The subwoofer hits way harder in the back of the room.
cool. Now Nashville's known
Yeah.
for country. It's honky tonks and
Yeah. These are my plumbing shorts. Don't judge me. I've been plumbing. Just kidding, I was in the garden.
cool. Now Nashville's known for country.
Dude, those guitar down hits are money now. I'm really pleased. All right, so let's check volume. The gain staging is back. I've been kind of putting it off, but we could really pump a little more out of ozone. So now's the time to do the dupe, and it doesn't. I don't think it lets me rename these, does it? No, I just have to remember. And I have all this dumb shit on my master. Okay, well, you can go away. Actually, that's a fun trick sometimes. To max your volume out, if you have an ozone preset like I like, and we do right now, somewhat. I need to, we're going to spend a lot of time in there. But Fruity Limiter, you can just turn it on and get a little more out of it. It's a quick SoundCloud master. Don't play that on a club system, but watch this shit.
It's honky tonks and bars. It's also known for traffic jams that could last several hours.
There you go.
Now stop and go, I just left home. I hadn't got real far when some jackhole in his Tahoe totaled my new car.
Yuck.
Well, Tennessee, you devilish woman, you know just what you done. If I didn't owe you my life, I'd turn around and run. Like you gave the one thing that'll always rise above.
Yeah, see, don't do that. Ozone gets you close enough, and if I go in here and just slap the threshold, it'll be louder. Done deal. Why is this plugin so ungodly large? Did I make this? Hold control. Oh my god. Y'all just watched me change my own life. You serious? That's a scroll bar? Bruh.
Cool. Now Nashville's known for country.
See?
It's honky tonks and bars.
Just got another decibel.
It's also known for traffic jams that
we
could last
preserve our
several
dynamics.
hours. Now stop and go.
Professionals preserve dynamics. If you're redlining, you're not motherfucking headlining. You're not.
I just left home, I hadn't got real far when some jackhole in his Tahoe totaled my new car. Well, Tennessee, you devilish woman, you know just what you done. If I didn't owe you my life, I'd turn around and run. But you gave the one thing that'll always rise above. Tennessee, you took my car, but you gave me my love.
All right. We don't have to do the hard stuff yet. We can do vocal effects on those dropouts because those are tight. Tight. Wow, did I just copy that track? Oh, no. No, I didn't. Fuck. All right, so let's find them. Here's one.
Car.
Oh, that hit is fucking good. I'm going to sample that real quick. Not in this project file. Yeah, I can do it in this project file. I don't care. Dane, you're going to be in my next song, okay? Thank you.
Car.
Whoa.
Car. Well, Tennessee, you devilish woman, you know just what you done.
So we've effectively created a gas station chorus pedal on accident because I didn't mute that track, and I kind of like it. I thought it was offset more.
Car.
Yeah, it is. All right, so I'm going to mute this. Yada, yada. Ignore me for a second. We're going to make this make unique. And then none, slice. And then we'll give me just a little bit of front. Wow, that has a lot of roll. Holy cow. It's like all the way over here. Kill that. Done. Alright, totally get rid of that shit. You guys didn't see anything. Nothing. It's way good.
Car. Well, Tennessee, you devilish woman, you know just what you done. If I didn't owe car.
Okay.
Totaled my new car. New car.
Okay. That's where we're going to put something. And it's going to have to be on the sub channel. Because we don't want whatever we're putting on here to go to the master. Did I just click the master? No. Why are they... Okay. Okay, so we got to think about it. Wider is our stereo imager, and it's at the back of our chain. We have a bass boost Pro Q2 at the back of the chain. We have our muddy cuts on the Pro Q2 up front, which means if we want a reverb, we'd probably want it after that where the Pro C2 is. So now I gotta think of some cool vocal effect to throw here. I struggle with reverbs, dude. I know I should get that Melda plugin, but I haven't. So do I even... Let's go with Old Faithful. So I always do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, lots of that. Yep. Nope. Yeah. Okay. Way downtown.
New car.
See, there's... Oh, that's gonna be hard. Oh, that's gonna be hard. Okay. So I want to preserve the tail on just this. Oh, man. I could do a sub clip routed on a send. Or I could just suck it up and not be a bitch. Okay. We're gonna suck it up. So on this, we're gonna build this reverb probably through the phrase. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So I actually want this, and then I want the yeah, that's fine, because I do want the reverb to like be sliced off by that impact. That would be really tight. So we've already got it at 28%, and see that percentage up there matters now that it's an in FL plugin, which is why it's so frustrating, because it's like an untrustworthy messenger. You know what I mean? Create automation clip. And so I know as a fact I want my top to be there. So we'll build to that more gradually. Sorry, you can't see this shit. So I want my top to be right here at the start of that phrase. And then I bent it. We'll build it. And then right on this impact, man, it could go a little further. Right here, we go down. Complete kill.
In his Tahoe, totaled my new car. Well, Tennessee.
Oh, dude. I like it. I kind of like it. By kind of, I mean a fucking lot.
Now Nashville's known for country. It's honky tonks and bars. It's also
right
known for traffic jams that could last several hours.
What are you doing? Why are you on? Stop. Oh, it's because of the OCD thing. If I'm gonna do small clips like this, I must have big clips like this. Okay, whatever. So now we need to do an automation clip like this. Oh. I love how it gives you percentage for on and off. I want you 84% on. No, that's dry wet. On and off, not quite. That's like asking that example. That's like telling your car, I want you to turn 80%. That's a bad example too. You know what? Fuck me, right?
Now Nashville's known for country. It's honky tonks and bars. It's also known for traffic jams that could last several hours. Now stop and go, I just left home. I hadn't got real far when some jackhole in his Tahoe totaled my new car. Well, Tennessee, you there, this woman, you.
All right, one more try. So I like it a lot. I like the slice off on there, but it almost makes me wonder if that should have a reverb tail too. And then we sliced off right here. So it's very likely I'm going to undo all this shit, but let's just move this whole thing over. And I can actually build this up a little bit. Like make some drama, as Hans Zimmer says.
Now Nashville's known for country. It's honky tonks and bars. It's also known for traffic jams that could last several hours. Now stop and go, I just left home. I hadn't got real far when some jackhole in his Tahoe totaled my new car. Well, Tennessee.
Ugh, that's way too much reverb. Way too much reverb.
Now Nashville's known for country. It's honky tonks and bars. It's also known for traffic jams that could last several hours. Now stop and go, I just left home. I hadn't got real far when some jackhole in his Tahoe totaled my new car. Well, Tennessee, you devilish woman, you know just what you done. If I didn't owe you my life, I'd turn around and run. Like you gave the one thing that'll always rise above. Tennessee, you took my car, but you gave me my love. Now when I was a carpenter down in Memphis 901, I put my sweat into that wood, but still found time for fun. Then one day while working late, pushing that setting sun, I got too close to that spinning blade and watched it eat my thumb. Ow! Tennessee, you devilish woman, you know just what.
There's another one.
Should eat my thumb. Ow!
I want to be dumb, but I'm not. Surprisingly, this is me trying to like have an organized project file in FL. Shit.
Setting sun. I got too close to that spinning blade and watched it eat my thumb. Ow! Tennessee.
Okay, so the reverb died too early. You could hear it. That was really gross. That was really gross. I hate that. I want to unhear that immediately. Get that the fuck out of my brain. Never do that again. All right, we're good.
Setting sun. I got too close to that spinning blade and watched it eat my thumb. Ow! Tennessee.
Oh, duh. That's not even where I want it to end. I want it to end over here. We're getting crazy.
Setting sun. I got too close to that spinning blade and watched it eat my thumb. Ow! Tennessee, you devilish woman, you know just what you done. If I didn't owe you my life, I'd turn around and run. But you gave the one thing that'll always rise above.
Okay, so this is our boost EQ. And remember how I said I wasn't going to be dumb? Well, I lied. So we're going to put this over here up until, yeah, up until you go on summer vacation. You come back up here on this phrase there.
Setting sun. I got too close to that spinning blade and watched it eat my thumb. Ow! Tennessee, you devilish woman, you know just what you done. If I didn't owe you my life, I'd turn around and run. But you gave the one thing that'll always rise above. Tennessee, you took my thumb, you gave me my love.
Okay. So I wanted that over here. And this here.
Turn around and run. But you gave the one thing that'll always rise above. Tennessee, you took my thumb, you gave me my love.
Wait.
Thumb, you gave me my love.
Wait. There could be more reverb there. I don't think I'll like it. But we could put it there.
Tennessee, you took my thumb, you gave me.
I'm a dumb. Gotta turn it on, there. Good piece of advice for various things in life.
Tennessee, you took my thumb, you gave me my love.
Okay, I got the phrasing wrong, but I didn't mind it. Where was it?
My love.
So, like right here, we'll do a kill.
Tennessee, you took my thumb, you gave me my love.
Yeah. Better save the spot. God, those make me so happy.
Tennessee's like.
All right. Slice, out, boost, back. There. Dude, something keeps shining in the corner of my eye and it's driving me nuts. It's probably this crazy weather, dude.
Now Tennessee's like Hennessy. It stings, but then she's sweet. Knock you flat upon your back and sweep you off your feet. She took everything that I loved, yeah, she tore me right apart. Then she introduced me to the girl who took my heart.
You know what time it is? A reverb time.
Then she introduced me to the girl who took my heart. Dennis.
That's pretty wild how that lined up perfectly this time. Sometimes things just work. I wish they worked more.
Then she introduced me to the girl who took my heart. Tennessee, you devilish woman, you.
Yeah, I hope he's happy with this, dude. Okay, so I can almost run back this whole first song, in other than the hard part, Ozone. We've made a lot of progress. So in retrospect, I had 3 things on my to-do list. It was the guitar knocks. Check. That's what the boostio is about. Let me play this. Boom. Sounds good. Vocal drop out and vocal drop cuts. Check this shit out.
Then she introduced me to the girl who took my heart. Tennessee, you devilish woman, you know just what you done.
And my last item was volume automation. And to be frank, I'm kind of doing a hybrid process here in the sense that I don't want to do that yet. I think volume automation is something that should come way at the end when I'm done with the entire... this is just track 1 over here. I want these... If I'm going to automate one, I might want to automate them all. And if that's the case, I'll do it at the end. But, like I was saying earlier, I need to slice these off because OCD. And then we can listen to the whole thing and maybe render it out, because looking at a waveform helps a lot. But this time when we listen, instead of shit instead of, yeah, let's switch to that. Instead of watching playlist view, we'll watch Insight, Ozone, and Ulean to see if we can get like a good accurate kind of where we're at, because I still haven't fixed the gain staging yet, and I feel like I could still pump some more volume out of it, but I'm not sure if I want to do that until I can establish more clarity. And I bring that up in the same like breath because in mastering, the muddiness and the clarity really does come sometimes from how hard you're pushing the loudness, and it might just be as simple as turning off CLA now that we've done what we've done. So let's go ahead and back it all the way up, fire it up.
Cool.
This is our, let me review. This is our sub channel. We named it Drums. We've got CLA Pro Q. This is our boosts and cuts. Low end roll off, little high, or low end, low mid boost. We had some weird resonance stuff that was literally shaking my desk. And then in the Mazda, it shook the windows weird. So I got rid of that. And then on this is kind of like a sibilance, almost. Don't quote me on this. If Sweeze is watching, he knows the math here, but 365 hertz would be a little bit of transient on the voice, and we want a little bit of that because it gives the perception of clarity in the absence of actual. And then up here, we just have a slight cut for the high end. Reverb is automated. We do have a significant boost cut that we bring in only every now and then. And then wider is automated as well. But no, we're going to go look at the master. We're going to check out Insight. And we're going to be checking phase. Yeah, we'll check phase at first. And then loudness over here. All right, y'all.
Cool. Nashville's known for country. It's honky tonks and bars. It's also known for traffic jams that could last several hours. Now stop and go, I just left home. I hadn't got real far when some jackhole in his Tahoe totaled my new car.
Oh, that's right.
Well, Tennessee, you devilish woman, you know just what you done. If I didn't owe you my life, I'd turn around and run. But you gave the one thing that'll always rise above. Tennessee, you took my car, you gave me my love. Now when I was a carpenter down in Memphis 901, I put my sweat into that wood, but still found time for fun. Then one day while working late, pushing that setting sun, I got too close to that spinning blade and watched it eat my thumb. Ow! Tennessee, you devilish woman, you know just what you done. If I didn't owe you my life.
Right, we're dangerously close to a touch out of phase. And it makes me wonder, like, is that wider? Did I do that on purpose? Or was that introduced with CLA? Because CLA, like, 100% could affect that. Let's turn this off.
Cool.
Oh, it's okay. And so the polarity, like, I know wider, it's making it wider, and that's fine, but we want to keep it literally within this chunk.
Now Nashville's known for country. It's honky tonks and bars. It's
See, that
also
spreads it out
known
quite
for
a bit.
traffic jams that.
Okay. That's something to note, actually. I don't think it's bad enough to adjust yet, especially since I'm going to research later what CLA does in the black box. And the imager in Ozone can help out with that a little bit.
Cool.
True peak at 3.4. Fuck. What are you basing that off? Hold on. I'm not sure if you're right. Can you reset, please?
Cool.
Interesting.
Now Nashville's known for country.
Was it the
It's
chorus?
honky tonks and bars.
What are you? Oh,
It's
okay, when the
also
piano
known
comes
for
in.
traffic jams that could last several hours. Now stop and go, I just left home. I hadn't got real far when some jackhole in his Tahoe totaled my new car. Well, Tennessee, you devilish woman, you know just what you done. If I didn't owe you my life, I'd turn around and run. But you gave the one thing that'll always rise above. Tennessee, you took my car, you gave me my love. Now when I was a carpenter down in Memphis 901, I put my sweat into that wood, but still found time for fun. Then one day while working late, pushing that setting sun, I got too close to that spinning blade and watched it eat my thumb.
Right
Ow!
there.
Tennessee, you devilish woman, you know just what you done. If I didn't owe.
Okay. So, Insight's giving me kind of some weird shit where it's telling me, what was that, 1200? 1200, we had, like, a lot of signal. Like, a lot of signal. which isn't necessarily bad, but I have a weird feeling that that's the muddiness I'm hearing. So let me come back to our boost. Okay, it wasn't, thank God, it wasn't at 1200. So let's go to our actual cuts. Dude, there, yeah. I heard it earlier and just didn't adjust. Shit. Nope. Didn't adjust it enough. So we'll open you up and yeah. FabFilter's pretty good with these guidelines where it knows what you're doing.
Cool.
Oh, you can see the valley.
Now Nashville's known for country. It's honky tonks and bars. It's also known for traffic jams that could last several hours. Now stop and go, I just left home. I hadn't got real far when some jackhole in his Tahoe totaled my new car. Well, Tennessee, you devilish woman, you know just what you done. If I didn't owe you my life, I'd turn around and run. But you gave the one thing that'll always rise above.
Alright, good news, boys. That cut was it. That, like, it feels a lot better. It was heavy-handed, though. So I kind of want to go back and tighten it a little more. But that means I'm going to have to leave Insight on the other monitor, and you won't be able to see it, but you'll need to trust me. So back here, yeah, it's just a little wide. We know the muddiness is here, totally, but I have a weird feeling it doesn't cover, like, yeah, 500 hertz? Nah, it doesn't. Let's check it out.
Tennessee, you took my car, you gave me mine.
There's some shrillness there.
Down in Memphis 901.
Watch this shit. See how it's isolated on Insight? That lets me know, like, where my muddiness is. And earlier I thought it was right here. And if I was mixing with my eyes, I would say it's right here. 957 between, yeah. So let's.
You gave the one thing that'll always rise above. Tennessee, you took my thumb, you gave me my love.
Yep, that's good shit. Tight. What's up, Sweeze? So.
Cool.
I hate how it. So dumb. Like, I'm pretty sure this feature works without having relay on everything in Mixdown. It still works for intelligibility, but why do I have to add it just to a. Like, I know why, but come on. If I'm gonna add it to one channel, just fucking. Sync it up. Sync it up, Isotope. Oh, my webcam done froze. Hold on, nah. Ba-ba-da-da. Huzzah! All right.
Cool.
Dude, I gave you a relay. Where is it? You aren't relay. There you are. Okie dokie.
Cool.
Oh, they're different versions, dude. I'm an asshole. This wouldn't work anyway.
Cool.
Never mind.
Now Nashville's known for country. It's honky tonks and bars.
Whoa.
It's also known for traffic jams that could last several hours. Now stop and go, I just left home. I hadn't got real far when some jackhole in his Tahoe totaled my new car.
Alright, so this is when we can tell it was owned to Pound Sand. And we're going to make a new one. So up here, this is our fun pre-master ozone. It was just a mastering assistant. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to put it down here. And the reason for that is we're going to turn this one off and leave it for homework's sake so I can refer back to it. But that was running with literally nothing else that we had done so far. None of it. So that means that the ozone master it gave us originally is no longer valid, and pushing it through is kind of probably giving us some muddiness and saturation. So we'll run the mastering assistant one more time. Daft Punk 2001, maybe? When did the single come out?
Cool.
Okay, so we have ozone off, and we're already getting... I like it more. If I just slap the loudness, we might be done. But for reference sake, we'll do, yeah. And then we'll do the loudest part of our track. Okay. Probably, yeah, right here.
Son, I got too close to that spinning blade and watched it eat my thumb. Ow! Tennessee, you...
Okay, shut up, ozone.
Son, I got too close to that spinning blade and
Okay, first tip, turn it on.
Son, I got too close to that spinning blade and watched it eat my thumb. Ow! Tennessee, you devilish woman, you know just what you done. If I didn't owe you my life, I'd turn around and run. But you gave the one thing that'll always rise above. Tennessee, you took my thumb, and you gave me my love.
Wow. What's going on here? I like it. Alright, if anything, I need to dial that way back. That is pretty nice. Let's see what the dynamic EQ did. Okay, so those are the same cuts we made, but these are coming in dynamically, which is tight, so we're probably going to leave them for now. Tornado outside or what? You gave us a little more low end. That's tight. Damn, is it actually? Fuck. No, it's sunny. Whatever.
Son, I got too close to that spinning blade and watched it eat my thumb. Ow! Tennessee, you...
So the tight thing about these math tools is when it comes to intelligibility, I kind of do trust the math more than I trust my room and my speaker setup. So on here, before, I don't know if you guys were looking or remember.
Son, I got too close to that spinning blade and watched it eat my thumb. Ow! Tennessee, you devilish woman, you know just what you done.
If you remember earlier, we were way over the top on all of them, and now it's just low noise. And to be honest, if you're listening to Dane, you're probably not listening to him at low noise, and so I kind of don't care there. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. So our LUFS was still kind of slapped. We have a little bit of saturation coming on over here on the master. And the other thing to keep in mind is this ozone's going to change with time. Again, this is just kind of a pre-master because it's on the master channel. However, it's meant for track 1. So I tend to like to have one single ozone across an entire album to kind of help glue it together and keep the loudness in check. But on this one, I'm not so certain. We might just have a Luff's goal within the same project file and go from there.
Son, I got too close to that spinning blade and watched it eat my thumb. Ow! Tennessee, you devilish woman, you know just what you done. If I didn't owe you my life, I'd turn around and run. But you gave the one thing that'll always rise above. Tennessee, you took my thumb, you gave me my love. Tennessee's like Hennessy, it stings but then she's sweet. Knock you flat upon your back and sweep you off your feet. She took everything that I loved, yeah, she tore me right apart. Then she introduced me to the girl who took my heart. Tennessee, you devilish woman, you know just what you done. If I didn't owe you my life, I'd turn around and run. But you gave the one thing that'll always rise above. Tennessee, you took my heart, you gave me my love. Tennessee, you took my heart, you gave me my love. Okay.
I kind of like it. It's gotten a lot brighter through this process, which is a personal habit of mine. I'm pretty well aware of that. So I can touch that up. I might truly... Yeah. Okay, so let's try track 2. We're not going to get very far on this one today. But while we have it fresh in our ears from track 1, we know Dane is likely using similar instruments / mic / studio setups. So with that in mind, one of our few variables left are key, instrument changes, and then song structure. Obviously, that's a huge one. And so on that means that if the instruments and the levels are similar to track 1, we can reuse some of what we've done. However, if they were recorded separately, like had a couple cheeseburgers in between, anything like that, sometimes the little quirks on where sibilants and transients need to be cut or boosted, they change. And so let's kind of take a listen, because it's already got some stuff on the master from what we just did in Ozone. But I can assign it to the same effects channel if I need to. That way we can like do a true test. Come on. What you doing here? No? Alright, whatever. Yeah. Okay. So what I was doing is making sure that track 2, yes, is unassigned. And earlier, track 1 was right here. Okay. Well, let's take a listen. So we need less bass already in comparison to my boost. The bass is pretty nice here.
I was gonna write about the stars and the moon, but I can't see them together when I think of you. The stars are drowning out my sky. The guy never gets the girl when the girl has a guy. Sitting here all on my own, I won't pretend like we're both alone.
God. Good fucking songwriting, dude. Good fucking songwriting. So yeah, I'm gonna put it on there. Let's listen.
gonna write about the stars and the moon, but I can't see them together when I think of you. The stars are drowning out my sky. The guy never gets the girl when the girl has a guy. Sitting here all on my own, I won't pretend like we're both alone. I got the story in my heart and the song on my lips, but I just can't get it out. So I'll go to bed and I'll say goodnight to yet another empty sky. Is this getting older, getting real, or giving up? I can't find my inspiration, it's too far away. Guy sitting here, all I can't get it out, but I just can't get it out. So I'll go to bed and I'll say giving up. I can't find my inspiration, it's too far away, or it's just been taken by another face who kinda looks like me. Well, wouldn't you rather have the real thing? Sitting here all on my own, won't pretend like we're both alone. I got living up. I can't find my inspiration, it's too far away, or it's just been taken by another face who kinda looks like me. Well, wouldn't you rather have the real thing? Sitting here all on my own, won't pretend like we're both alone. I got the story in my heart and the song on my lips, but I just can't get it out. So I'll go to bed and I'll say goodnight to yet another empty sky. Is this getting older, getting real, or giving up? When you finally came on in, you looked just like a distant dream that I could not place. Even with that sad look on your face, you flashed at me and you said let's go up to the moonbeam till we both can float. But I pull away my hand, cause I have turned into a different man. While I've been sitting here all on my own, I wish that I could say this was not home. I would be so wrong, you've been gone for far too long. Go to bed now
and just a touch there, you know exactly what I'm about to do. Don't even pretend. Just a touch, and I know the reverb sounds bad. I'll dial that room size in later. Where was it? Where were you? Shit. Where'd you go? Here you are.
Been gone for far too long.
Oh, that's such a fucking good. Woof. Like fucking Simple Plan vibes, only with better vocals.
Home, I would be so wrong. You've been gone for far too long. Go to bed now and say goodnight. Oh, I will say goodbye. Good night. Well, good night, sky.
Nice little fade.
Home, I would be so wrong. You've been gone for far too long. Go to bed now and say goodnight. Oh, I will say goodbye. Good night. Well, good night, sky.
I forgot to turn the reverb on. Every time, dude. Every time. Every time. No, you are on. Let me tell you, you're on. No. Come here. Perf.
Home, I would be so wrong. You've been gone for far too long. Go to bed.
Too early. Hold on. It'll sound real tight synced up with the kick drum.
Home, I would be so.
You know what I mean.
Home, I would be so wrong. You've been gone for far too long. Go to bed now and say goodnight. Oh, I will say goodbye. Good night. Well, good night, sky.
Oh, I want that a little. Can I drag that out? I might have to like. To get more out of it, I might have to really dial this up right here.
Sky.
Yeah, it's still got a nice roll off. It ends like right here. You know, that's a lot closer than track 1. But that, again, that's partially because we fucking spent so much time on track 1 and used the same chain. On this one, I've got a couple muddiness notes. I'll take notes on this one this time. In review, those are track 1 notes. We had guitar knocks, vocal dropout, vocal effects, volume automation coming later, and then polarity is the only one that's kind of bugging me. But not as big of a deal here. So, hold on now. I'm out of beer. You want me to play track 3? I'll play track 3. You know what? We're not even going to play it blind. Let me put it on the same channel. We'll just call it a secret listening party. While I pour a whiskey, don't tell anyone. Oh no, I just lost my window. There it is. Alright, I'm going to play through track 2 and track 3 while I pour this whiskey, to be honest. Ow. Hold on. Hold on. Alright, yeah. Fuck, I'll play them all. Catch everybody up to speed. If you're just joining, those are my notes from track 1. I just went through those. We have a Pro Q2 that's doing a few sibilance transient cuts. Super low end roll off. We didn't have much there to deal with in the first place, but I wanted to kind of make it neutral for the next step, which is this. This is not the Pro Q2 I was talking about. This is a boost, a significant boost to bring out those guitar knocks, the slight low end of the voice, and then when on the down strum, when he's hitting those top strings, bottom strings, whatever, the fat ones, the knuckles kind of hit the guitar, and that's filling in for our drums here, and I like it a lot. And then these little and on-offs are reverbs. And then on the master chain, we've got some OTTs, slight bit of saturation. We've got some CLA, the Chris Laud, whatever, the guy who did American Idiot. He made a bunch of plugins for Waves. So we're using those. We've got Insight on the master. We're keeping a LUFS target of -7. And honestly, I think it sounded pretty good. For those following along on Twitch, we do have Squeezdog and Dane. The entire Moon crew is watching. So without further ado, I'm going to get into the whiskey. And let's listen to this. I'm wearing my plumbing shorts. I did not shit myself. But
Cool. Now Nashville's known for country. It's honky-tonks and bars. It's also known for traffic jams that could last several hours. Now stop and go, I just left home. I hadn't got real far when some jackhole in his Tahoe totaled my new car. Well, Tennessee, you devilish woman, you know just what you done. If I didn't owe you my life, I'd turn around and run. But you gave the one thing that'll always rise above. Tennessee, you took my car, you gave me my love. Now when I was a carpenter down in Memphis 901, I put my sweat into that wood, but still found time for fun. Then one day while working late, pushing that setting sun, I got too close to that spinning blade and watched it eat my thumb. Oh! Tennessee, you're the devilish woman, you know just what you done. If I didn't owe you my life, I'd turn around and run. But you gave the one thing that'll always rise above. Tennessee, you took my thumb, and you gave me my love. Tennessee's like Hennessy, it stings but then she's sweet. Knock you flat upon your back and sweep you off your feet. She took everything that I loved, yeah, she tore me right apart. Then she introduced me to the girl who took my heart. Tennessee, you devilish woman, you know just what you done. If I didn't owe you my life, I'd turn around and run. But you gave the one thing that'll always rise above. Tennessee, you took my heart, you gave me my love. Tennessee, you took my heart, you gave me my love. Okay.
Hi, Colin. All right, that was track 1. I think it's sounding real close, guys. Track number 2 is in mid-master. We're about to hear that in a second. Track 1's a little like Nashville rock. Track 2 is a little different. I love that buzz. It's just enough.
I was gonna write about the stars and the moon, but I can't see them together when I think of you. The stars are drowning out my sky. The guy never gets the girl when the girl has a guy. Sitting here all on my own, I won't pretend like we're both alone. I got the story in my heart and the song on my lips, but I just can't get it out. So I'll go to bed and I'll say goodnight to yet another empty sky. Is this getting older, getting real, or giving?
What the actual fuck? That was my phone. Okay. Run it back. Run it back. I do love whiskey.
I was gonna write about the stars and the moon, but I can't see them together when I think of you. The stars are drowning out my sky. The guy never gets the girl when the girl has a guy. Sitting here all on my own, I won't pretend like we're both alone. I got the story in my heart and the song on my lips, but I just can't get it out. So I'll go to bed and I'll say goodnight to yet another empty sky. Is this getting older, getting real, or giving up? I can't find my inspiration, it's too far away, or it's just been taken by another face who kinda looks like me. Well, wouldn't you rather have the real thing? Sitting here all on my own, won't pretend like we're both alone. I got the story in my heart and the song on my lips, but I just can't get it out. So I'll go to bed and I'll say goodnight to yet another empty sky. Is this getting older, getting real, or giving up? When you finally came on in, you looked just like a distant dream that I could not place. Even with that sad look on your face, you flashed at me and you said, let's go up to the...
Quick pause. We did just add a note. As you saw in there, it did pick up the intelligibility is a little off. And I'd agree, because we made some pretty track-specific boosts and cuts on the parametric EQ that we're applying to this. But you want to know what's funny? We made this a new project file, so I don't give a fuck. We can change it.
Moonbeams of ripple can float, but I pull away my hand. 'Cause I have turned into a different man while I've been sitting here all on my own. I wish that I could say this was not home. I would be so wrong. You've been gone for far too long.
Yeah, see? It's a little different. Okay. So this, let's hear this. Move. Whoa, there's nothing there. Okay. Oh yeah, those are transients. Fuck those. This is what we're worried about.
About the stars and the moon, but I can't see them to...
Ugh. You hear that? That's not the muddiness, but that...
alone. I got the story in my heart and the song on my lips, but I just can't get it out.
Alright, so I'm going to cheat again. Let's run this back through Ozone, just this song, because we didn't run it through Ozone before at all. And let's do Master Assistant, and then I'll tweak back that dynamic EQ and loudness, the maximizer. I always forget whatever they call it. Screen's glitching out. Okay. Actually, let's move it up, because I want to keep it. Except, whoa, they do let you rename it. Really? Track 1. Ozone. Tight, dude. That did not used to be possible at all. So now we'll run it back. Who was that producer in the mid-2000s that had that as his tag on like a bunch of Sierra songs? No, that wasn't Sierra. Maneater by Nelly Furtado. God, I gotta know now. Yeah, Timbaland. Duh. And Danger. Haven't heard Danger in a while. Let me check. What you been working on, man? Even Kings Die. Holy fuck. So many records. Last big thing was 2007 with Ludacris. And JoJo, yeah. Wow. He produced Bad Girls, MIA. I thought Diplo did for some reason. That's nuts. That's a banger.
I was gonna write about the stars and the moon, but I can't see them together when I think of you. The stars are drowning out my sky. The guy never gets the girl when the girl has a guy. Sitting here all on my own, I won't pretend like we're both alone. I got the story in my heart and the song on my lips, but I just can't get it out. So I'll go to bed and I'll say goodnight to yet another empty sky. Is this getting older, getting real, or giving up? I can't find my inspiration.
Okay, so the boost, my boost, that's the problem. Y'all should have told me that. Just kidding. Come here. Get out of my way. Whoa, dude, I've been playing Jet so much. I'm saying her voice lines. Holy fuck. Someone shoot me. Don't.
Is too far away, or it's just been taken by another face who kinda looks like me. Well, wouldn't you rather have the real thing? Sitting here all on my own, won't pretend like we're both alone. I got the story in my heart and the song on my lips, but I just can't get it out. So I'll go to bed and I'll say goodnight to yet another empty sky. Is this getting older, getting real, or giving up?
That's bright. We gotta hold on. Something's real. Like, is it just there that it's bright? I can't.
When you find
Yeah, it's real bright. Hold on.
I was gonna write about the stars and the moon, but I can't see her all on my own. Won't pretend like I had not been giving up. I can't find my inspiration, it's too far away, or it's just bad and I'll say goodnight to get enough.
You want to know what the answer is? It starts with a pro and it ends with a Q2. We're going to do another one. So on this one, just on the secondary and thirdinary choruses, we're going to pull back the high end just a touch. And it makes me wonder if that OTT on the master is doing a little bit. Let me check that quick. Because it's totally fine, but for those listeners out there in their 2002 Grand Prix with tweeters up next to the windshield, you're not going to have a very good time. You're not going to like it. Also, there's double ozone on. That probably doesn't help. Let's redo this. There we go. That's a lot better.
When you finally came on in, you looked just like a distant dream that I could not place. Even with that sad look.
Okay, we still have some funky shit, but I have everything turned on the right way. That's the other thing, Sweets Dog, is I was going to say, on those last choruses, I like had the urge to add another chorus, like a glue chorus, but I really don't want to lose the clarity of the guitar. So I'm really hesitant to add like a master level chorus, because you guys saw those reverbs, and like we've talked about kind of IRL, I don't like slapping many effects on a mastering session outside of the actual mastering chain. But those reverbs are clutch, in my opinion. And in this case, I'm not sure about the chorus yet, simply because the reverb on those background vocals is so tight. It's pretty tight. So I'm just going to try to dial them down. And now that you mentioned that, I got to think about it like a competent engineer. If we're adding two voices, they're singing in a high octave, they're summing back to one somewhat, even though the reverb's creating some stereo significance. The sum alone is going to boost the high-end decibels by... Wow, there's math here, and I'm not going to figure it out. It's going to be at least 4 decibels, though. So knowing that, that means this third Pro Q2 on those choruses should be cuts on the top end of Dane's voice. And I can't tell if that's still Dane on the background, to be honest, if he's like doing falsetto into a reverb, or if that's a lady. But either way, it's summing to a pretty high decibel point. So we can reduce that there, and then I'll automate just on those sections. So let's go ahead and do that in practice. Where's our first one?
Getting real or giving up.
Okay, right there. Roughly 164. Okay. So remember that. And then we're going to come down here. We're going to go to our sub channel. Is this our fresh one? Yeah. Ooh, now that the ozone problem's fixed, it's really nowhere near as like pronounced as it was before, but I'm still getting a little bit of it. So a trick from Dan Worrell, Sweets Dog, shout out for showing me that guy. If you find a frequency you want to cut, the best way to determine it and hear it is to boost the living fuck out of it and then monitor it. This headphone icon here seriously will change your world. Like, I cleaned myself up, shaved, and got a job once I figured that out. Okay, so that's a ridiculously large cue, but you can definitely hear it, because over here on the, you can't see my hand, over here on the left-hand side, there's definitely the top end of Dane's voice, but then we also have like I'd almost call them artifacts from both the room and the reverb. The reverb, like we were talking about earlier, by adding those two background vocals, we've got a summation of whatever's going on, including room noise and reverb. Now, you can't hear it at all, but it's adding some sort of like just a small touch of brightness, which normally is totally fine, and you'll hear it on live records. Holy shit, I think I might have a reference here. Oh my god, I do. Hold on. So, in 2015, I went to a double-header boombox concert for New Year's, and I noticed that exact thing. Check this out. So you're getting the room noise because it was at the Ogden Theater, and dude, it's enormous, and they were mic'd up really well. But this is just an exaggerated example of kind of like, it's not apparent, it's not obvious, but it's there. See, like the high end of the saxophones wash out just a touch, almost like a cymbal does. But see, what's interesting about that, did you hear the cymbal? It was fine. It's not washing out. And that right there is an artifact of microphones. Also, it doesn't help that those horns are being put through a reverb, but that furthers our example because so are these vocals. So, back to what we're doing. No, shout out Sun Studio. They're pretty good. I will say, like, I didn't even have to run RX-7 on this. Usually I run RX-7 on almost every song I get that's live mic'd, and I didn't have to, like, at all. The noise floor is pretty low, even on you might have noise gated those. That just occurred to me on the background vocals on the intro. Oh well, the whiskey will help. See, I love that headphone feature because if you were to listen to this on your own, you'd be like, Charlie, what the fuck are you, like, what are you wasting your time on? That's you don't hear Dane's voice, right? If anything, we hear like the E string on the guitar, G string maybe. But the hiss is there. And like, yes or no, whether or not it's the studio or the microphone, this is something that's inescapable in recording these days. And it's kind of something really important to know. Because I started off... Holy shit. Here's a little bit of backstory. I started off playing rhythm guitar in a Christian rock band in Independence, Iowa. And we were called Hell's Heartache. And one of the things that made me most sad is we recorded demos, dude, literally like 4 or 5 times a week, a lot. And we thought that we just had to play more to get better sounding demos. And now, while that's true, we were playing really simple music. So it's not like our musicianship mattered too terribly much. It was power chords with a fifth on the fucking end of them. And some Jesus speak. And a ska horn. But what made me sad is no matter what we did, our recordings still missed something. They missed that fire. And I wish someone would have pulled me aside back then and said, like, look, it doesn't matter how many times you mic up or how many stereo mid-sides mic setups you set up or fucking like ribbon mics you get. You can put them in a perfect noise floor room. You're probably still going to need to go back and adjust something. And I bring that up because at that church recording studio, it was full analog, which was sick at the time. But I didn't have a lot of these courtesies. You had a rack mount. As the signal was coming in, you had one chance to rack mount the EQ. And if it wasn't right, you got to do a retake. And so you didn't even have the visual feedback that like Dan Worrell talks a lot about in his Fab Filter tutorials. And that kind of makes a big difference. And moral of the story is I wish someone would have pulled me aside and said, like, look, dude, it's not so much that you're a bad musician or a bad engineer. It's just that you don't necessarily even know what you're looking at because I didn't have a visual feedback parametric EQ to look at. And so times have changed. That was like 2008, 2020. I'm not that old, but I'll send you guys a photo sometime. For some reason, I'm shirtless in the band photo. Why? It was a Christian rock band.
I've been gone for far too long. Go to bed now and say goodnight. Oh, I will say goodbye. Good night. Well, good night, sky.
I know I interrupted that one a lot, but I really like it. Sweet's Dog requested track number 3. That's coming up, I think. This one, hold on. Did we assign it to the chain? Yeah. So this one's pre-chained with the previous one. So we'll see what happens.
I found a star in heaven. It shined as bright as you, but no star that I have ever wished on has ever come true.
Wait, Sweeties, did you add those vinyl crackles? Or is that like a side effect of something? I like it, but it just occurred to me, wait, I didn't add that. Yeah, for sure. I think I know that sample. Is it a sample?
I found a star in heaven.
Oh man, y'all are gonna like get really mad at me for this comparison, but I have a reference track. I do. Oh, don't be mad. Don't be mad. I said don't be mad, dude. Oh my god, I can't remember. Dude, what song was it? Oh, it's Touch. I'm a fucking moron. Anyway, what I was trying to do low-key is say that, Dane, you've got a touch of Paul Williams on this song. Just a touch. Which is ironic considering the song name. However... Come on. Give us the... Where's his vocal? It's so... Dude, it's so fucking clean. Come on.
Pictures
There it is.
came with touch, a painter in my mind. Tell me what
I'm not saying you sound old. I'm saying you've got a nice,
tourist in
strong,
a dream,
clear voice.
a visitor it seems.
And he's got like a British inflection or some shit, but you've got like the Midwest.
Where do
the
I
T's.
belong? Tell me what you see. I need something more.
Alright, anyway. Actually, dude, that next part's really good.
Kiss, suddenly
Yeah.
alive, happiness arrives.
Oh, dude, the mastering on this album is insane. Did you notice how, like, the lows are cut super fucking hard, but it's clean? There's lows on his voice and nothing else. And then when that comes in, the guitar comes in, it's still fucking Nile Rodgers, no lows, nice mid-heavy Vox amp, and then the bass comes in. Just a touch.
I need something more. Kiss, suddenly alive, happiness arrive. Hunger like a storm. How do I
They're not giving it to you
begin?
yet.
A room within
Just a
room,
reminder that the
a
subwoofer
door
exists.
behind a door. Touch, where do you lead? I need something more. Tell me what you see. I need something more.
Dude, I can't. We'll be here all day.
I found a star in heaven. It shined as bright as you, but no star that I have ever wished on
phaser or chorus?
has ever come.
That's phaser, right?
True. I found a car on 7th. It shines just like.
Okay. For the 4 other people in chat. For the 4 other people in chat, I need to explain. Big Sweeze TV is the artist Sweeze, but he also goes by the name Jake Sweezy. And then he's over there with Dane, who's the guy you're listening to right now. We're mastering his album. And we'll be releasing this on Moon Crew Satellite, the new record label. However, the tight thing is these guys recorded this together in Sun Studios and then sent me these final waves. So I've listened to these a couple of times, especially like in the car, like you heard. But I don't know like what they did or the process, and that's by design. Like that's a good thing, because I don't really want to know what they did. You know, it's like seeing the sausage. And don't get me wrong, I'm on the other side of the mixing table sometimes, 100%. But in this case, I just want to master the thing and get it sounding tight. We're not going back to the mix down. We're not going back to the levels. At this point, we're sold, and we're just putting the sweet and low in the coffee. You know what I mean?
I found a star in heaven. It shined as bright as you.
Dude, it's the vibrato. It's the same vibrato. That's what it is.
Behind a door, touch, where do you lead? I need something more.
Dude, come on. You gotta ask your mom and see if she's got some confessions. If she ever met Paul Williams. You know who he is, right?
Found a star in heaven. It shined as bright as you, but no star that I have ever wished on has ever come true. It shined just like new. So I jacked it and I crashed it into the public zoo. I killed 11 youngsters.
Oh, you guys are gonna fuck me up. God damn it. Okay, I like it a lot. I like it a lot. That's super tongue-in-cheek, and I like it a lot. But holy fuck, what am I gonna do there?
On 7th, it shined just like new. So I jacked it and I crashed it into the public zoo. I killed 11 youngsters, barbecued the kangaroo. The meat was rotten and gritty, just like.
Ugh. Was that a meat slap? Was that a Foley meat slap?
Was rotten and gritty. Was rotten and gritty, just like loving you. slaughter and marsupial stew. The judge asked why I did it. I don't know, I had nothing to do. Ba 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 da ba ba. Ba 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 da ba. Ba 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 da ba ba. Ba 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 da ba. So now I'm 10 to life, chilling with my cellmate Lou, who tried to shank me with a knife. How was I to...
Josh, you got slapped by my bot, and I don't even know why. That is fucking hilarious. You guys are madmen. Also, I found the reference. This is really old, isn't it? Dude, did they roll the bass off at 400?
She said, but it's too late. I don't remember what I read. I don't remember what they said. I guess it doesn't matter. Guess it doesn't matter.
Dude, when did this fucking come out? This song is missing literally all of its bass. 96, okay, that makes a lot of sense. Let's see if their mix is fixed. Yeah, that intro already has more bass. Incredible.
Is that you once knew it's getting harder and harder every day to live without those times. Hey, I'll look at now and with.
Alright, so you can tell, I like to envision, like, pretend like this microphone, okay, is the audio spectrum. And pretend like it's like on a teeter-totter, okay? And it's perfectly balanced right now. Pink noise. Or white noise, fuck, I don't care. Sometimes, like in EDM, the spectrum goes like this, okay? The low end's over here. Much higher. And you only have so much bandwidth you can fit, right? Into a song. That's part of the loudness war and what mastering is. And so on Real Big Fish, I'm hearing a real big cut. Where like 400 hertz and below is gone, and they're front loading it into the top end. And I think that's just a genre thing, because I've noticed it before. You want Duran Duran? Whoa, okay, first off, I've never heard the remaster. That's pretty nice. Already. Holy fuck. I want to know, is this a re-recording or a remaster? Because that... the clarity... There's a... Hold on. Let's compare. What, dude, where did that second snare come from?
Liberty, liberty, liberty.
I love Duran Duran, though. What we got? What we got? Fuck you, Ghost Tag. I literally already have this.
Now, if you will, gentlemen, let's put the song into perspective just so you guys can understand where I'm coming from when I sing this. It's that the woman is the hunted, the animal. And when I catch her, being the predator, the hunter, I'm gonna kill her. Maybe not kill her, but, you know, you know what I mean. You silly guys, a little bit of hot nookie, huh?
Dude, I love Lupin.
Pinch and squeal, whatever, you know, however it goes. We're animals, right? We're out of control. We're fierce animals. Crazy. Dude, that's what I'm saying.
Fuck?
Let's do this song.
My sister's 10 years older than me. Real big Fish fan. Those 90s kids, dude. Like 90s teens.
Dark in the city and the night is a wire. Skimming the subway and the earth is on fire. Oh yeah. Woman, you want me, so give me a sign. I'll do my eat 'em just a moment behind. Oh yeah.
Dude, I love how in ska arrangements they like, in hip hop they're swinging the snare and the kick, right? In ska they're like, okay, so we've got measure 1, yeah. We've got measure 2, yeah. We've got measure 3, yeah. What about measure 4? Fuck measure 4. We're gonna swing the entire thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Listen.
Dark in the city and the night is a wire. Skimming the subway and the earth
It's
is
2 and 4.
fire. Oh yeah. Woman, you want me, so give me a sign. I'll do my eat 'em just a moment behind. Oh yeah. Now we cut to the ground. I'm on a hot time after you.
Dude.
Smell like a sound. I'm lost and I'm found. And I'm hungry like no home. Down on the line is distorted and rhyme. All in that wine.
Thank you, Dane. If only for a new song to bug Grace with. That's incredible. Like, I've never heard that arrangement.
I'm after you. My mouth is alive with juices like wine. And I'm hungry like no home. Dark in the forest and it's too close to hide. I'll be upon you on the moon.
Dude, this video sync is insanity. Holy shit. Alright, Sweet's Dog says I can get the tracks on this if I need it. However, I don't think I do. You did a pretty good job. Correct me if I'm wrong, but by looking at the waveform, any Foley and effects are at vocal volume or below. I can tell that to the gang at home because, let me find a track to demonstrate. Yeah, here's a track I did with Nautix in 2012. And you can see, like, if there's something loud, for example, the first kick drum. Jesus Christ, it's still going through ozone, but you can see it, you know? That's going to slow down my project file. Hold on. Get the fuck out of here. Okay, so let's present some unique but not impossible challenges. Number one, like Sweez was saying, we have some Foley effects in there, namely the meat slap. I'm hoping that was someone with a T-bone steak and they just fucking slapped it on a microphone. But I'm not really worried about those because the nice thing about real world sounds is, like, with vocals you get a tone, like it's a tone, you know what I mean? With drums you get a drum hit, okay? But in real life, when you get stuff like snaps or Foley, like a pen tapping against the fucking microphone, that stuff isn't confined necessarily to a frequency spectrum. And I like that. However, the thing to keep in mind is, like we said earlier, we're not getting a whole lot of bass out of the subwoofer, which is totally fine. But you'll notice a contrast if the Foley hits the sub because it's a wide spectrum noise and the rest of the song does not. So one of our challenges in track number 3 is going to be like mainlining the sub in line with the Foley. I don't mind if the Foley's a little too loud because that's Weird Al style, right? But I want to make sure that our intelligibility is maintained. So let's run it back.
I found a star in heaven.
How hard was it to sing that slow? I know as a fact you wanted to speed up.
I found a star in heaven.
Dude, good job. That's really hard.
It shined as bright as you, but no star that I have ever wished on
That's when the phaser turns on. I'm on.
has ever come true.
Okay. Sweeties, if we're going, okay? You know what I'm about to do. Don't be mad. I've practiced that with my parents. Don't be mad. Hear me out. Maybe the ditch needed a car. They're going to be so mad if they hear that.
I found a star in heaven.
Way too loud.
It shined as bright as you,
So the vinyl's getting verved, but fuck
but
it.
no star that I have ever wished on
I'm losing
has
intelligibility.
ever come
There we go. Up.
true.
Okay, so one of the things I'm worried about is that reverb contrast. Let's make sure it works.
True.
Okay, no, we got to pull that through. It's got to go a little further. In 7th grade, I tried buying this girl, Jessica, Dippin' Dots at Adventureland, and she said no. So I had two Dippin' Dots.
True. I found a car on 7th. It shined just like new. So I jacked it and I crashed it into the public zoo. I killed 11 youngsters, barbecued the kangaroo. The meat was rotten and gritty, just like loving you. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba. Soon out.
Okay, so I went on a tangent. The two things to keep in mind on track number 3 is the Foley, because of the wide spectrum corruption, and the horns, because the horns are atypical tone generation instruments. What's up, Black Book? And so what that means is, like, A, the mastering chain that we have so far on tracks 1 and 2 is not going to apply to the horns. And B, the horns are atypical. So, like, so far we've mastered for Rhodes, piano, background vocals, phaser, lead vocals, acoustic guitar, okay? We haven't encountered horns yet, and they've been mixed down the same with pretty good levels, but that means that we're likely going to have some of those sibilants, boost and cuts that we haven't encountered before. So far on here, we do have a parametric EQ. We've got 2 of them. One is just for this song, and that's a high-end cut. We're gonna come back to this probably, because here is where we're going to take care of the horns. The horns are really bugging me. They're not bad. I love the addition, but it's just a touch of damn it. My 10th grade band instructor called it, it's like goose honks. You know what I mean? It's not bad, but it's almost like a little bit of high-end roll-off would help.
True.
Okay, I hate to keep interrupting, but watch this Pro Q2 and then wait for the chorus with the horns and see what changes.
True.
I'm going to refresh my drink.
I found a car on 7. It shined just like new. So I jacked it and I crashed it into the public zoo. I killed 11 youngsters, barbecued the kangaroo. The meat was rotten and gritty, just like loving you. Ba 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 da ba ba, ba 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 da ba, ba 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 da ba ba, ba 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 da ba. Soon I'll be convicted, manslaughter and marsupial stew. The judge asked why I did it.
I wasn't even in the room and I saw it. Did you see it?
Barbecued the kangaroo. The meat was rotten and gritty, just like loving you. Ba 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 da ba ba, ba 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 da.
Holy shit. Whoa. Bye-bye.
Barbecued the kangaroo. The meat was rotten and gritty, just like loving you. Ba 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 da ba ba, ba 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 da ba, ba 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 da ba ba, ba 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 da ba. Soon I'll be convicted, manslaughter and marsupial.
Dude. I don't think a small cut at 982 fixes, what is that, a trumpet squeeze? But maybe. That's probably what, between normal C and G? 85 hertz to 587? 982, that's questionable. Very questionable. I totally agree, Black Book, because at this point we're in the mastering stage, so we can do what we can, but it won't break it out. But the bright side here is we definitely have the stems, so on this one we can come back to it.
Feel stew. The judge asked why I did it. Do. Ba 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 da ba ba.
Dude, where is that? I just want to know where the horn is. Oh my god, Fab Filter, I will kill you today. Thank you. Perfect. You're so good. Alright, so we have a little touch of resonance there. Not too much. I'm going to take the high end of that. Vocal phrasing and trumpets. Like Black Book says, I'm probably going to revisit the stem, but I still don't think it's that bad. I don't. If I could just find my playlist window, it'd be all right. True that. So what Black Book just called out is dynamic EQ. And so one of the things you guys might have seen me do earlier is I've been using the mastering assistant to get a start and then automating the Ozone EQ. So what's tight about the Fab Filter is that it only kicks in either when I'm automating it or when it's on. The tighter thing about Ozone is that the dynamic EQ will kick in and then roll itself off as you go. And so it's done a couple of these. I don't think we've run it for this track yet. But then the other thing to keep in mind is we've kind of emulated that behavior in our playlist with the EQ roll-offs and roll-ons. However, it's not ever going to be quite as accurate as a machine pulling the dynamic EQ with it. So I'm kind of curious to see what happens with the Ozone mastering assistant on this track. Let's go ahead and run it back on the trumpet la 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 las. Sorry, baba babas. We'll rename this track 2 Ozone, just for shits and gigs. And this time I'll actually disable it. All right. Someday the machines are just going to take my job, okay?
Soon I'll be convicted. Manslaughter and marsupial stew. The judge asked why I did it. I don't know, I had nothing to do.
Wait a minute. Did I just turn up my mains? What's our loudness? You know what? That's pretty close. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so Sweets Dog knows this, Black Book knows this, I'm pretty sure. But for the two other folks, this is what's so sick about Ozone and other various dynamic EQ applications. FabFilter Q3 does allow for some of this. FabFilter Q2, you're going to have to automate it like I did, and you're never going to get that accurate. But watch this frequency baseline and how it reacts to these points. So listen one more time. Listen to Dane's vocals and then watch number 3. I love this because it kind of demonstrates the instruments. We've got guitar, we've got Dane, we've got super high-end trumpet transients, and then we've got essentially white noise bullshit from the studio. The low end is really fucking high.
Soon I'll be convicted. Manslaughter and marsupial stew. The judge asked why I did it. I don't know, I had nothing to do.
Alright, so my note here is it's honestly really short. Track 3 is honestly pretty close to perfect. We're going to need to do one remix with the trumpets down. I feel so stupid saying it, like -2 decibels, -3 maybe. And then that's almost perfect. Because right now I'm kind of on the cusp of introducing artifacts via EQ cuts, which is totally fine and kind of lends characteristics. Don't laugh, but like holy shit, I forgot their name. Limp Bizkit. They did that, dude. Like straight up, we can play a reference track. They boosted the shit out of frequencies to the point that other frequencies were starting to create resonance, and it's insane.
All right.
Right there, dude. You can hear it on the intro vocal.
All right. Keep on rolling, baby. You know what time it is.
I will say, this song is a fucking banger. In the sense that I was an 11-year-old crying to this song. Anyway. Alright. My ears need a refresh. Let's go ahead and open track 2 and track 1. And export those. Then I want to take a looky-loo at the waveform and see how our phase issues turned out on a render. Good lord, dude. Those isotope relays, when you add relay and neutron, I don't know what it is. I'm running an i7 8700K with a 1080 and 32 gigs of RAM. Shit should not take that long, but that's okay. It's FL. It's FL Studio.
Cool.
Right, so track 1's a null on this. Let's do track 2, which is labeled as track 3, I'm sorry. Let's do desktop exports. Yeah. Black Book, you're the man. It's like you read my mind. Seriously. Also, it really makes me sad that when I added this audio interface, for some reason, the FL success beep like glitches out and I don't get to hear the full thing. Wait for it. See, I only heard the second note. That's sad. I agree. I've got the Pro Q3 upgrade scheduled for, like, financially scheduled for July or August. We'll get there. Maybe sooner, depending on Zeal Twitch. They're asking me to play Valorant. We'll see. For a quick break while this loads, Swee's dog, Dane, and myself are out here in Iowa. And we've had some really interesting weather today, kind of. It went from little hail, big rain, a couple tornadoes today, I think. And then pretty sunny now. Let me show you. Yeah. For those following along at home, still don't have sewer water, but that means I go to someone else's house. In the backyard, I fertilized this side and not this side as a control. As you can see, it's much greener. What do we got? What do we got? Dude, last time I visited Sweez in Des Moines, he lives like over here, I think. Sweez remembers. Dude, it rained so fucking hard that I like couldn't leave. Sweez is a radio DJ, so he checked out the traffic news for me, and there was like accidents to the point I could not exit the city. So we hung out and watched podcasts for a little bit. And I eventually left, but it took me like 4.5 hours to get home. Good times. Yeah, Black Box, I'll show you here in a second. After I export these things, we'll switch over to an EDM real quick. And one of the tricks that we've been using a lot is the mid side for the low end. What is this, track 1? Yeah. Mid-side on the low end with the Dan World tutorials for FabFilter Q2 or Q3 will change your fucking life. Seriously, like I cannot say it enough. If you have not watched Dan Worrell FabFilter Q2, you literally need to. I will link it right now. He's one of the smartest and most concise people I've ever seen. Seriously, it's crazy. Him and Kenny Beats, just like no bullshit dudes. Except I have a weird feeling that Dan Worrell looks very different than Kenny Beats. Alright, so one of the last things we were trying to finish up on the EDM side was this Mr. Carmack impression. Oh, and I have a feeling it's using some plugins I don't have licenses for anymore. Let's see. I don't remember what I did. Yeah, I hate it. I'm out. I do want to finish this song, though. It's so cheesy. Holy fuck. Josh knows exactly what I'm talking about. So this was a song when I first got my new microphone. And I just wanted to see how it worked. And then I also wanted to make fun of all the... This is a dick move. I wanted to make fun of all, like, the new producers that were being assholes, kind of, in Iowa. Like, a bunch of new producers come out with, like, a 4-bar loop, and they're like, dude, why aren't you booking me? And I'm like... The last person I booked was Joe Nice. What the fuck are you talking about?
Music? Yeah, me too.
Hold on. If we're in mastering mode, that needs fixed right away. Okay, vocals are too loud. Hold on. I have a feeling it's at the channel. Dude, is this always on top? Yeah. That's so much better. Holy shit. Okay. It's at... What are you at? Negative 11. Coming out of the channel, though. It's coming at...
Oh, you make bass music?
There we go.
Yeah, me too. I'm working all night on this fat fight, so come on through. Oh, you make bass music? Yeah, me too. I've been working all night on this fat fight, so come on through.
Whoa, this is sounding really fucking strange to me compared to the last time I heard it, to be honest. Like, that reverb there is gross. Really gross.
Come on through. Oh, you make bass music? Yeah, me too. I'm working all night on this fat fight, so come on through. Oh, you make bass music? Yeah, me too. I've been working all night on this fat fight, so come on through.
Here's the stereotypical trap break.
Come on through.
you make bass music? Yeah, me too. I've been working all night on this fat fight, so come on through. Oh, you make bass music?
Yeah, me too.
Oh, you make bass music?
I haven't played this since I got the new subwoofer. That made my asshole shake. Alright, let's fix some of this. Zoom in. Zoom in. Thank you.
Oh, you make bass music?
Why are you minimized? What are you? Oh.
Oh, you make bass music?
Yeah, me too. Working all night on this fat fight, so come on.
I want more there. Do we use pattern 9 later? No. So that means I can boost the fuck out of it with few repercussions. Oh, it's Nicky Romero's kick. Fuck. Nicky Romero's kick is one of my favorite VSTs, but it gets really out of hand real fast. It's not being pushed though.
Oh, you make bass music?
Yeah, me too.
What's up, Sarah?
Oh, you make bass music?
Yeah, me too. Working all night on this fat fight, so come on through.
Oh, you make bass music? Yeah, me too. I've been working all night on this fat fight, so come on through.
Wait a minute. I wasn't even like listening to what I just did. How come that wasn't louder? Is it the master? Jesus Christ. Okay. Now I see. So that's our trap bass and our kick drum, which is fucking unfortunate, kinda. Because either I have to automate it or duplicate it. Guess I gotta duplicate it. Because I can't clip it here, or I want to clip it here, but I can't clip it later. And it's used on the trap drop, so we don't want to clip it here. So we're going to clone it. Dude, how is... No, this is literally not pattern... Oh my god. Did you see that? 19. Literally, dude, literally... Fuck. Reopen this project. I'm upset. Anyway. Cheers. P.S. I think Camel Crusher is free. You should download that fucking thing immediately. So now that we're competent, we know that pattern 19 is actually a sample, and we can turn it up.
Oh, you make bass music?
Yeah, me too. Working all night on this fat.
Okay, so the point of having a loud kick drum on bar 8 is because DJs like myself need Tractor to auto beat grid it. Sorry, that's it.
Oh, you make bass music?
Yeah, me too. Working all night on this fat fight, so come on through.
Oh, you make bass music? Yeah, me too. I've been working all night on this fat fight, so come on through.
That's going to be a drum roll, because anything else is boring.
All night on this fat fight, so come on through.
I hated that sufficiently.
All night on this fat fight, so come on through.
Yeah, that's that's perfect. Just a double tap. We don't fucking make shit like this anymore. For those who don't know, Squeeze and Reverie, who's just released a album / release on Spotify, and you should go check out, Reverie. They've convinced me to switch to Ableton, which means I've only got a couple demos left in fucking FL. Everything else is in Ableton, so I need to finish this shit. Wow, that's a really good piece of advice, Black Book. So if you can't see chat right now, Black Book's telling me to set the Fruity Peak controller on kick and then use volume control as an open close gate using 0.5 against 4560 with Fab Filter on the bass. That's a really fucking good idea. I'm not going to do that today on stream, mostly because I want to tweak around with the math, but that's a really good idea. So what he's talking about there is, rather than just using multi-band compressor like I do with bass, in FL they do some kind of crazy shit. Let me see if it's actually enabled. So on pattern 9, I'm guessing I have a multi-band compressor against the bass. I don't. Okay. But what you should have here is a... Is it multi? No, it's not multi. I'm sorry. It's normal. No, fuck me, dude. It's limiter. So anyway, on here, if I was to route someone to this, I could sidechain it. However, I'm really glad we brought this up, because I'm going to save this project file, and yeah, I don't have anything crazy behind it. We're going to close this, and I'm going to go show you in Ableton, because what's different here in what Black Book's talking about is one sidechaining compression, which is important. Sidechaining compression, is not the same as automating volume. So you can automate volume in a similar manner to sidechain compression, but sidechain compression will not be as clean. So in EDM, sometimes you want that. And in my styles of music, I definitely want that. So without further ado, let's leave the bass Bible behind. Let's play some Real Big Fish.
High blood drumming on your skin, it's so tight.
Jesus Christ.
Feel my heat in just a moment. Oh yeah, all right now.
All right. So, are you really going to throw airs today? Okay. Ugh. What I'm going to demonstrate here is that when I first started with Ableton, I didn't know how to necessarily send a compressor through sidechaining. And what that means essentially is that the kick drum is ducking the bass automatically for us. However, what Black Book just said is that normally people would accomplish that through a compressor. One of the magic things, in my opinion, in FL Studio is the Fruity Peak controller, which allows you to use decibel signal as the trigger / gate. And for some reason, it's a lot, like significantly cleaner than the sidechaining method. And I can demonstrate that because in my Wannabe song, I didn't sidechain it. I automated the volume, which is kind of like the manual way to do what Black Box is talking about. And I'll show you that. And I'm showing you this, one, for education, and two, to prove that, like, I'm not a caveman. But there's a little bit of both. So if I recall on this song, I rendered out a ton of this shit. I do have a compressor-based sidechain, but I also have volume ducking, and I can prove it. Where the fuck? Yeah. Okay, so look at this shit. This is the manual hardcode version of sidechain compression. So on here you can see that it's literally mixer track volume. I'm not routing a compressor through this. I might be. No, I'm not. But I'm still getting full ducking and significantly more control because I'm controlling the decibels in and decibels out versus whatever the black box of whatever your favorite compressor is. Damn it, I need to fix the fucking... Hold on. Ruh-roh. Dude, for real. I, like, no lie. No lie. I think over half of FL Studio's programming staff works on their controllers and ASIO drivers. Because I run a, you might have just seen it in the options. I'm running a, what is it? What are these preamps? 4 Midas preamps out of the Euphoria. Super low latency. But FL Studio ASIO is legitimately faster than the manufacturer's own. It's crazy. Second drop on that song's phone, Dane. I do need to complete this song. The deadline may or may not have been yesterday. It's all right. Yeah, hit me with it, Black Box. Ugh. These allergies are murking me. I'm not corona, I swear. I think. Oh well. Yo, Black Box, are you talking about the actual VAC app? Because that shit is dope. Because I think I can run at 192, but Voice Meter, as you know, runs, what, like 48? Maybe? Like, it says it can run higher. Don't get me wrong. I just disagree with it. But I know that VAC can. I just can't remember if you have to pay for it. I'm trying to fix my webcam. Hold on. Oh, I'm dumb. All right. So... Damn, that's pretty sick, Blackfoot. All right, gang, I'm not done, but I'm going to refresh my drink, feed the cat, run to the restroom. I'll be right back. In the meantime, check out some of what I've been working on. I think you'll like it.
Barbed wire heart. The boys think that I'm too guarded. They think I'm too hard. Just cause I cry in my room don't mean I don't cry at all. I've never been into playing the victim. I've never been into being just another princess in someone else's kingdom. You're mad at me. You've been sleeping good, but I've been awake. I've been putting work in. You've been late, trying to get the fuck about this place. They don't know how it feels. Young girl with a big heart, yeah. They think dreaming's surreal, but I'm a young girl with a big heart on me.
All right. Where were we? We were finishing this Turnion sound remix. I'm too late for the deadline, but the vast majority of the entrants were deep heads, of which I used to be, but I'm not anymore. So releasing this on its own still might have some merit, except for the fact I have no idea what it sounds like. So okay. I love and I really fucking hate the first 4 hits. I hate that they're the same pitch. I wish I could go like bop 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 boop. I'll come back to you. You make me sad in my pants. I'm being out here fucking bullied. Oh, look. I don't run out. Dude, I swear every time I listen to the song, I switch the subwoofer volume. Before, I turned it down. Too loud. Now, you already know. The song's tight, but I thought I had one like to imitate EPROM, and Shades. I'd rather work on that. Because that Shade set on Proximity, dude, that was hands down, one of the craziest sets I've ever seen. By far, dude. By far. Let me see if I have it. Seriously. I do. Fuck. I literally do. Digital Mirage, not Proximity. Actually, that's the same thing. Here you go. Dude, this like the visuals, the audio, this blew my goddamn mind. I won't play much of it, but seriously, like, ooh, it's the same vibes of like, dude, it gives me a live vibes, straight up Daft Punk vibes, because this was like 4 days into the mass coronavirus crisis, and people were like, I'm not sure what's going on. People were playing live sets and they were dog shit, and then out of nowhere, literally, these evil bastards, dude, I swear. Sarah, you don't even drink. Reverse samples are clutch. Shit. No. I have a bunch of those in my loop cloud. I'm trying to show you. Hold on. I can't scroll, I guess. Before I go any further, the reason I'm playing this is because truly, like, no joke, this set kind of set a new bar for my genre of music, and it set a lot of inspiration. So this is like a 51-minute reference track, and it's just, dude, it ruins me. It's insane. Ugh, dude. P.S. Sweet Relief is one of the first charities to ever partner with me back in 2014. Truly, we did a guitar pick charity, which is weird because I don't play guitar, but much. But they're by far one of the best artist-based charities I've worked with. Seriously. If you've ever considered donating to a musician-based charity, consider Sweet Relief. That's sweetrelief.com. I believe, let me check. Okay, that's not it. Do not go to that website. Sweetrelief.org. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. Okay, so if you don't know, Eprom, he also streams on Twitch. Very rarely, and it's so fucking worth it. Dude, he makes all of his own art, all of his own videos. It's just fucking... I agree. Tension is a very big thing. You guys want to see my voiceover vocal chain? The vocals are a little too quiet on this, but he wanted it for a Twitch intro, so...
Alright, boys and girls. Coming to you live from this top secret studio nestled deep below the Rocky Mountains. Ladies and gentlemen, it can only be one man. Sin Full Shot.
What is this? I should stop naming these songs bullshit and start naming them something that I can remember? I don't know. Well, I hate it. Ooh, what is this? What are these? What are you? Ooh. I think this is a house song. Everybody loves house, right? All right. If I recall, this was a song to test a online service for reviews, and I made one of the cheesiest house songs I could think of to see what kind of reviews they would give me. So the thing about kick drums like these, you guys are going to think I have like a handicap. Okay, so I used to live in a place called Hawkeye Village, okay? It was right across from the community college I went to. And my neighbor was the super sweet, short Asian chick, okay? I only bring that up because she made a lot of stir fry, which is important. So, one time I was producing a song in my one-bedroom apartment, and I had my production studio and desk in my living room, and the TV was on my desk, so I could use it as a monitor. That's important. The kitchen was off of the living room, and my friend Tom and Griffin were over. So we're raging hard to this new song I was playing. Someone, no names, may have raged too hard and accidentally put their fist all the way through to the poor Asian lady's apartment. I'll never forget said person removing their arm, brushing off the drywall, and then my neighbor putting her face in the hole, saying, "Are you hungry?" I didn't eat her fried rice, but I'll never forget that day. Hi-hat time. Yeah. Open hi-hats. On the right channel only, because that fucking makes sense. You know what? I'd probably play that live. And there's nothing you can do about it. Absolutely nothing. What's this? Oh boy. Oh boy. Ugh. Dude, I've been looking for a specific song and I haven't found it. That one's tight, but that's not what I wanted. I feel like I have more than these. Maybe it's this. All right, gang. I'm not going to lie. I've got 5.5 hours on the ears. So it's time for a little bit of a break. I'm going to play 30 minutes of quarantine music. Some of it's new, some of it's not. Stick around, show a friend. Some of them are music videos, some of them are visualizers. Some of them are softcore, never mind. But I hope you enjoy it. And thanks for joining me today. I'll very likely be on tomorrow because we're very close to finishing Dane's album. It's nice to have it to follow along with, and thanks for following along with me. Till next time, keep your eyes to the sky, drink some whiskey, and go show 'em who's boss.